NBA more than I love the 80s NBA.
Right.
But I know which one's better. I know which one is more competitive.
That's fair.
Top to bottom, night in and night out. Because also there's this. You're on TV every game. You're on social media. You're dealing with it. Like, it's like when my band, the Black Crowes, on the second album, we decided to allow everybody to tape our shows forever. We just, fine. We're not, like most bands, it's like if you get caught with a tape recorder, you get thrown out of the gig. You get like your jaw broken. We said no, let them tape. And you know what that does? It makes you realize every show better be pretty good. You know what I mean? We can't have any of these grease. Everyone's got them. Every show is being traded.
Yeah.
It's a subconscious thing. You don't think about it ahead of time, but that gets into the water. NBA players now, they've grown up where they're on social media, they're on TV. LeBron James was on TV in high school. They're just so much more accessible. The league is at such a much greater place, so much more cultural cachet and cultural. They're such a bigger part of the cultural economy than they were in the 80s or even the 90s. The NBA in the 90s was MJ. Now it's all these different players and all these superstars. You don't have to be in a major market to be a huge star, like Russell Westbrook.
Sure.
He's in Oklahoma City, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah.
These guys play at a different level. The intensity across the board is far greater than it was in my favorite period of basketball, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and you could bring it into music for a second, Steve, I think it's interesting how people go about things. I get it, where on one side, let's take music, which relates to kind of the NBA, where you could either take one road and say, hey, even though this music isn't as good as it was way back when, I'm going to appreciate it for what it is right now.
Sure.
You'd probably arrive in a happier place if you did that.
Well, of course you do.
I get the other road where they're like, I just can't get beyond the fact that it's not anywhere close to as good as it once was. I understand that, but if you can just condition yourself to take the first road, it's going to be way more enjoyable that way.
Well, what for rock? I'm in my 50s. I love rock music. So in my world, it's like rock music should be on the radio everywhere. Well, hip hop runs the world now. Rap is taken over, but it's because it's doing what rock and roll once did. It's speaking truth to power. That's the general. I mean, that's a very simple way of putting it. But it's doing the same job. It just sounds different to my ears. But the point is the same. There's rebellion. There's I'm not buying into your status quo. There's, this is what I've dealt with months and months and even years in front of a canvas, just trying to get it right. Not so much. But there's still technology just changes things. If you could put things in a vacuum, the Beatles took 3 or 4 months to make Sgt. Pepper, but just because of what the technology that they had to use at the time. And George Martin said before he died, he goes, we could make that record in 3 days now. Because what they used to have to double tracks and triple tracks and quadruple tracks. Now it's all in your laptop. Hell, you could make an album. People make albums in their iPads and phones now that sound really, that you don't know that. Yeah. I mean, technology, it changes art. Technology changes sport because the people that are, the guys that are working, my buddy Casey Smith is a trainer for the Mavericks. He's literally like a sorcerer compared to his counterpart in the 80s or 90s. Just with the information he now has, the treatments he has for things like, what he does with a twisted ankle now, the guy in the 80s would have been like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like... That's
why, real quickly, when we were talking to Chris Mannix, NBA guy, first hour, that's what really is alarming about Markelle Fultz with the 76ers.
No question.
We're in 2018, and we're talking about a shoulder injury still.
Yep.
This isn't the 1960s where it's like, well, you got a torn ACL, your career is over.
Yeah.
We got modern medicine and everything, which makes you wonder, is this the yips? Is something going on here? Because when you're still struggling to that degree...
Oh, it's a mess. Speaking of a mess, we were going to talk about Jimmy Garoppolo's contract and the greatest catfish in sports history, but we'll get there eventually.
We got to get there.
We went off on time travel instead.
Yep.
But in the meantime, before we come back, give me 30 seconds, all right? I'm going to throw a bunch of numbers at you, but please stay with me. In just 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on car insurance. This company's been offering great rates and great service for over 75 years. And anytime you need help, you can speak to one of their trained specialists 24/7. The company is Geico. Go to geico.com today. All right, sorry for all the numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am out of time. Vegas, what do they think about all this nonsense? RJ Bell, pregame.com next.
We're bold. Let's get kinky.
Well, let me have it.
We're in your face.
I just like to do in-your-face sports talk.
We're action-packed.
Let's do it.
We're sports, damn it.
Thank you for joining us.
Do you know who we are? Yes.
The way I see this is,
What do you want me to say?
I agree with everything you just said.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Even if you're a big-time basketball fan, there might be a few facts about the game that you don't know. Like, did you know that the first hoops were actually peach baskets? Or that a warm basketball is bouncier than a cold one? Or that players can run as much as 4 miles during a game? Well, here's another fact you might not know that's actually really helpful if you need to buy a car. TrueCar also helps people get used cars. That's right, TrueCar is not just for buying new cars. With their certified dealer network and nationwide inventory of nearly 1 million used cars, you'll enjoy real pricing on actual inventory and a simpler buying experience, whether you buy new or used. And with TrueCar, users can see what others paid, so they know if they're getting a good deal before buying. They're also more likely to enjoy a faster buying experience by connecting with TrueCar certified dealers. When you're ready to buy a new or used car, check out TrueCar and enjoy a more confident car buying experience. Some features not available in all states. Everybody's got a to-do list. Drop off the dry cleaning, pick up some milk. Here's an idea. Let's save hundreds of dollars on car insurance. And the good thing is you don't have to drop off or pick up anything. All you have to do is go to geico.com, and in 15 minutes, you could be saving 15% or more on car insurance. Extra money in your pocket? It just may be the most rewarding to-do that you do today. Go to geico.com today.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's. Because at Lowe's, the more pros buy, the more they save. Have an insulation job coming up? Get 30% off by buying in bulk. Need drywall and accessories? Buy in bulk and save 15%. Not only does Lowe's save pros money, we also save pros time. Just order ahead on lowesforpros.com and your order will be ready for pickup at the Pro Desk. So, Pro, now that you know, let's get started. See the Lowe's Pro Desk or lowesforpros.com for more details.
It's hard to imagine that just one person could make such a difference, but you can.
It's pretty scary when you're just a kid and don't have anybody to care about you, especially for the holidays.
Did you know that each year almost 3,000 Montana children enter foster care due to abuse and neglect? Yet the number of foster families available to provide safe, caring homes for these children was last cited by the state at 959. At Youth Dynamics, we believe that every child deserves a family and that every child has the right to a safe place to live. I'm here today to ask you to consider becoming a foster or respite parent and help empower Montana youth for a brighter tomorrow. For more information, call Michelle at 453-5592, 453-5592, or visit www.youthdynamics.org. Thank you for keeping Montana kids safe. Youth Dynamics, 453-5592.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than 4 walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer night. It's pajamas with feet and everybody over for Sunday dinner. And that old stuffed chair in the living room you just can't get rid of. This is why you work a second job. This is why you learn to fix things yourself, so you could save on repairs. Because home is your place, your memories, your family sleeping in their own beds at night. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. And now even more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE today. That's 888-995-HOPE. Or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov.
Good night, Mama.
This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
We first opened about 10 years ago. We were small, just a few of us, but it was exciting. I always dreamt of having my own business. It was kind of slow at first, but things started picking up. We had big plans, but in our wildest dreams, we never thought we'd have this much work. Yeah, with so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier.
What will become of your business after a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now, before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Right now, your PC is under attack from the inside. It's the buildup over time from websites visited, email, attachments, sharing photos, and more. It can make your PC untrustworthy, exposing it to malware and spyware that's watching your every move. But who really knows how to clean their PC? That's where the Fix Me Stick comes in. Plug the Fix Me Stick into your PC and it removes all types of infections before they can run. You don't have to be techie. The Fix Me Stick does it all for you. It's a physical device with a complete virus removal system on the stick, so there's no software to download, install, or run. It's simple, safe, and you can do it yourself without anyone snooping through your PC. Results are guaranteed. Pick up a Fix Me Stick today at your local Best Buy or Staples. Keep your PC and save hundreds in tech fees. Plus, results are guaranteed. There's no software to download, install, or run. You don't have to be techie. The Fix Me Stick does it all for you. It's simple, safe, and you can do it yourself. Find the Fix Me Stick in store at Best Buy and Staples. Pick one up today.
Now, Leland, no TV until you've cleaned up your room.
Aw, Mom. Once upon a time, being a parent was simpler. Today, not so simple.
Hey, Crash. Crash! Take out the buds, please. If I find out you've been trying 900s in the half pipe without your armor, I'm taking away your cell phone.
Aw, Mom. Skateboards, roller shoes, mountain bikes, freestyle motocross. When kids play today...
Then check out scorebig.com.
And now save even more at scorebig.com. Click on the radio mic and enter code 3636, and we'll take an additional $20 off your ticket purchase. That's scorebig.com, promo code 3636.
Everyone is talking about healthcare these days. America spends twice that of other developed countries on our healthcare system, yet our health ranks near the bottom. How can we stop spending so much and getting so little? Shifting to a system based on primary care can help fix the problem. Patients with a primary care doctor live longer, healthier lives and are less likely to suffer from cancer, heart disease, or stroke. Primary care that is comprehensive and coordinated also saves money. Patients who have a primary care doctor spend 30% less on health care than patients who don't. States with a high number of primary care doctors have lower health care costs and higher quality care. Primary care can help make America healthy again. To learn more about the benefits of primary care, visit www.healthisprimary.org. This message is brought to you by America's Family Physicians.
This is the story of Daniel, who was born 2 months early. He weighed 1 pound 7 ounces. His lungs weren't ready, his heart wasn't ready, his brain wasn't ready. At the hospital, the nurses said Daniel was a fighter, and they would do all they could to help him. The doctor said even with the best care, Daniel may never walk. He may never see. He may never learn. Daniel's parents spent night after night at the hospital, watching his every breath, holding his tiny hands, and looking for signs that he was growing stronger. At home, his parents looked around Daniel's empty nursery, at the quiet toys and the still rocker, and they hoped that one day they could sit in that rocking chair and tell this story to their very healthy son. Daniel's is just one of the more than 500,000 stories of babies born prematurely last year. But there's hope for a happy ending. The March of Dimes is funding the research and programs to stop premature birth. You can help bring more babies home healthy. Learn how at marchofdimes.com. Working together for stronger, healthier babies.
What's up, Ricky Dillon here at the largest social media gathering in the world. So the internet is an amazing place, but sometimes it can be a not so great place with online bullying and trolling and stuff. Have you ever seen online bullying before?
Unfortunately, it's kind of common. Online, people can hide behind the internet.
Those comment sections can be a little
harsh.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
That's a good word for it.
I've been called many homophobic names. I felt embarrassed. I felt humiliated. It made me stop liking myself.
What if I told you there is something that you can use anytime that you see bullying online that calls attention to it in a nice way? Like, hey, that's not nice.
I wish that was the thing.
It's this! So anytime that you see any kind of hate online, go into your phone, go into the symbol section, post this I, and it says that that's bullying. That's not nice. So would you post this if you saw someone bullying someone?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a lot more mature way to handle the situation.
Find the emoji in your phone, send it to 5 of your friends, and let them know what it means to be a witness.
Go to eyewitnessbullying.org to learn more about the emoji.
What's up, Ricky Dillon here at the largest social media gathering in the world. So the internet is an amazing place, but sometimes it can be a not so great place with online bullying and trolling and stuff. Have you ever seen online bullying before?
Unfortunately, it's kind of common. Online, people can hide behind the internet.
Those comment sections can be a little
harsh.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
That's a good word for it.
I've been called many homophobic names. I felt embarrassed. I felt humiliated. It made me stop liking myself.
What if I told you there is something that you can use anytime that you see bullying online that calls attention to it in a nice way? Like, hey, that's not nice.
I wish that was the thing.
It's this! So anytime that you see any kind of hate online, go into your phone, go into the symbol section, post this I, and it says that that's bullying. That's not nice. So would you post this if you saw someone bullying someone?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a lot more mature way to handle the situation.
Find the emoji in your phone, send it to 5 of your friends, and let them know what it means to be a witness.
Go to eyewitnessbullying.org to learn more about the emoji.
1.3 million car crashes involve cell phones each year.
I think anybody that gets behind the wheel of a car has to take that responsibility very seriously, and texting and driving is unacceptable. When you get behind the wheel, you have to concentrate on the road, protect yourself and those around you, and you can certainly wait when you're out of the car to respond to a text.
34% of Americans say they have texted while driving.
I have kids who drive. It scares me to death. And it literally it can kill someone. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. Please don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive. Don't text and drive.
11% of drivers under 20 involved in fatal crashes were reported as distracted.
Texting and driving is probably the buggiest thing you could ever do.
Stop the text, stop the wrecks, don't text and drive.
I love being a part of Action Team.
For more than a decade, Major League Baseball players and action teams of high school students have been working together to train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
This is one of the best feelings in the world.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
All-star Giancarlo Stanton and Chris Capuano join action team captains to make a difference in their communities.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
For more information, go to actionteam.org.
Right now, Doctors Without Borders medical teams are operating in some of the most remote and dangerous corners of the world. When front yards become front lines,
and cure this disease. So talk to your doctor about getting tested. It could save your life. A message from the CDC. Were you born from 1945 to 1965?
I wasn't prepared to be a caregiver to Mom, but a little over a year ago, we realized she couldn't take care of herself without our help. And well, how could I not be there for her? I had no idea how hard it would be, and just what I would need to know. Things I never thought of, like how to improve her mood and, even for me, ways to stay positive. Luckily, I found the Caregiving Resource Center from AARP. It had articles about the basics that got me started, but also information about the hurdles I was facing in this new role. I could even connect with experts and hear from others who had been in my place. I know this road we're on isn't an easy one, but I'm really happy to have the extra help for her and for me.
Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving. Articles, tips, and tools to help you both care for your loved one and care for yourself. This message is brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I improved my credit score.
You're kidding, right?
No.
How are we supposed to be the bad boys of electro-synth pop if you're out there being responsible? The band is about to be discovered. This is our year.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while now.
You think anyone in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was worried about their credit score?
Look, I never really thought that.
Of course they weren't. Rock stars aren't supposed to think about that kind of stuff. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, write aggressively sensitive power ballads, start questionable fashion trends, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
All right. I thought maybe it was time to take control of my finances, you know? Start using a budget. Get out of debt. Set some goals.
A budget? Debt? Set some goals? Listen, I knew that we'd have our creative differences, but I was hoping they'd involve a little more scandal.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Are you short on money until payday? B&B Loan and Rental can help. If you have a motorcycle, ATV, boat, vehicle, gun, jewelry, or electronics, B&B Loan and Rental can make you a cash loan. We offer great terms, up to 45 days and an easy payment plan to redeem your valuables. With our helpful staff and quick service, you'll see why our customers keep coming back. So if you're in a bind and need some cash, see us at B&B Loan and Rental, 201 2nd Avenue South, downtown Great Falls.
B&B's there for me. My hometown solution to 73.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke, F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. And when he needed it, he turned to VA for treatment. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. Now, this is my moment to honor my country, my family, and their legacy of integrity. It means everything to me. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. Together, we're building real friendships with veterans and their families, starting with world-class care. Every day, we're helping veterans with wounds both seen and unseen, from our groundbreaking research in PTSD to our advances in physical therapy. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
Morning, Ed.
Morning, Tom.
So, anyway, you were telling me about that new girl on your floor?
Oh, yeah, right. Well, she's smart, a great smile, and
And so, what's the problem? Why don't you just ask her out?
Right, and make her drive? Wait, no, I know. We could meet at the bus stop.
Cody's Cars. No credit, good credit, bad credit. If you have a job, you have a car. 4827 10th Avenue South. Because no date should start at a bus stop.
Which of these items would you want to consume on a daily basis? Antifreeze, floor wax, or house paint?
You're kidding, right?
They're toxic. It's something that humans should not be eating or drinking.
The truth is, 62% of medications purchased online are fake, and many contain these harmful ingredients.
So these are just frauds. Pretty dirty trick to play on somebody. You're taking their money and giving them this.
I want to take medication to stay healthy, not make me a lot sicker.
And what do you think about this item?
That is a big bowl of nothing.
Many rogue sites sell prescriptions with little to no medication at all. The good news is you can find legitimate online pharmacies by looking for .pharmacy in a website's address.
So if I see .pharmacy,
It's legit. Visit safe.pharmacy to learn how you and your loved ones can be certain the medications you buy online are safe. A public service from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Rita Moreno. From Singing in the Rain to Singing with the Muppets, I've met an amazing cast of characters in my 70-plus years on the stage and screen. But my favorite starring roles are mother, grandmother, and wife to my beloved Leonard, my leading man for 46 years. I was heartbroken when he passed away. Learning to live without him was tough. I had to figure out complicated insurance and financial issues. I was so busy with my career, we just didn't talk about things like that. I wish we had. So I'm working with the National Association of Insurance Commissioners to help others before it's too late. They offer free, unbiased information to help families make smart insurance and retirement planning decisions together before emotions take over. For insurance information you can trust, visit insureyouonline.org. That's insure, the letter U, online.org.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
we rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.com.